Hello, I'm Bill Spurlock, Director of Rutherford County Schools. I'd like to take a few moments to speak with you on career and technical education. The goal of every educator is to prepare students for college and careers. Now, we understand that college lasts a finite amount of time, whereas a career lasts a lifetime. Currently in the United States, college student loan debt is at $1.7 trillion. Now, this is not only unsustainable, it's unnecessary. Our mission statement in Rutherford County Schools is to empower today's students to grasp tomorrow's opportunities. These opportunities not only exist in our core classes, but they also exist in our career and technical education classes. We have 39 programs of study, and within each one of those programs of study, we have a multitude of career clusters. We have in our classes the ability for students to not only get high school credit, but also college credit. And some can even take an industry certification test and be prepared for some of the most challenging and the most rewarding careers. We are strong proponents of career technical education.
My name is Scott Myers, and I teach the aviation flight classes at Siegel High School. This is our third year of this program. We now offer the Intro to Aerospace class, the Aviation 1 class, and Aviation 2 class. Starting next year, we're going to add our fourth tier class to this curriculum, and that's going to be the drone pilot, commercial drone pilot class. We have approximately about 90 students, I would say, this year for all four grades, 9th, 10th, 11th, and 12th graders. We have a lot of young men in the classes, and one of our goals this year is to recruit more of our young ladies to take this class. And this class is about learning about airplanes, but mostly about preparing to take the FAA private pilot written exam. And we do that through some standards that have been set through the state of Tennessee. And so we just start our classes in our early years. In the first class that we take, we start learning how to talk about airplanes and airplane parts and what makes an airplane fly, the science behind flight. We also study some history, and then we look at maps and charts and how to fly in this vast airspace that we have. And we get a chance to have a lot of hands-on experience. We have a sim lab that we've been gracious enough to be provided with, and I would think behind me you can see maybe our best simulator. And this is a Redbird FMX. And this offers 3 degrees of movement along all 3 flight axes. It also allows us to fly in any type of weather or environment as well. And so our students go from flying a simple desktop to more advanced desktops, to then they graduate to the flight sim here, and it allows them to get the feel for flight as close as they can without actually getting in a real airplane. This simulator is advanced enough that you can log time in the simulator and fly towards either your private pilot's license and even your instrument rating as well. We also do some drone flying here in the class, and next year we look forward to getting our students with their commercial drone pilot's license. And we start that out here inside the classroom with some drone flight, graduate to flying outside and flying a much bigger drone that we use here at the school as well for, we have been taking our fire drills, and that gives us an idea of how efficient we're exiting the building. So we do use our drone for safety as well.
Hi, I'm Blaine, a senior here at Siegel High School and a third-year student of the aviation program. As a third-year student in the aviation program, I've been able to experience just about everything that you can do in the classroom. Been able to fly the FMX here, as well as the desktop simulators and the drone. On the topic of the drone, I've actually been allowed to record my cross-country races, as well as I record the fire drills here and a lot of other recreational things with the drone. Flying with the FMX here is definitely a great experience compared to real life. Mr. Myers took me up and I was allowed to fly with him and got to compare this FMX to the real experience, and it's just like it. You're just missing the gravity and the G's. Other than that, this class has been a great path to start my aviation career, and it really helped me know what I was looking for in the future.
Hello, my name is Eric Wesley. I work for Delta Airlines as a pilot, or more specifically as a first officer flying the Boeing 737. This is currently the airplane that I'm flying. Odds are some of you that have traveled have probably flown on this airplane. It's one of the more popular ones in the world. So that's currently what I'm flying. I have almost 12,000 hours of flying experience spread out over 21 years and flying well over a dozen different types of aircraft. Why did I get into this line of work? I fell in love with flying and aviation when I was about 8 years old, after the very first time I flew on an airplane. After that first flight, I began reading and watching as much about airplanes and flying as I could until the day I decided to become an airline pilot. I was also attracted to the lifestyle of a pilot, being in a different city each night while at work and exploring new places. What does a typical day look like for me? An airline pilot's day can vary greatly depending on the aircraft they fly, how much seniority they have with the airline, and even the days of the week they fly on. With that said, my workday can range from just a few hours to more than 16 hours a day. Depending on our schedule, we can fly very early in the morning or very late at night. The Boeing 737 I fly is used to fly all over the United States, including Alaska and Hawaii, Mexico, the Caribbean islands, and Central America. I typically fly 1 to 4 flights a day and can log as much as 8 to 9 hours of flight time daily. We fly in all kinds of weather: clear skies, cloudy skies, rain, wind, snow, nighttime, cold temperatures, hot temperatures, you name it, we fly in it. Aviation and the airlines employ hundreds of thousands of people in the United States. Aviation jobs range from management positions, aircraft and ground service equipment mechanics, flight dispatchers, air traffic controllers, flight attendants, drone operators, helicopter pilots, and so many other types of positions. For a pilot job specifically, it is almost all about flight time and experience. Employers will require certain amounts of flying time and experience for the job you are seeking. The best jobs typically also require a college degree or some kind of an equivalent education. In school, I love science and math, which are two things that will help you succeed as a pilot. The good news is there is no minimum age to begin flying. Anyone can start flying as long as they fly with a licensed and certified flight instructor. Once they reach 16 years old, you can start flying solo. That is completely by yourself. The greatest barrier for most people to get into flying is the cost. It can be very expensive initially. However, once you gain enough experience, you can achieve something called a certified flight instructor certificate, where you actually begin to teach other people, and those other people will pay you. So not only are you logging flight time in your logbook and that experience that you need to become an airline pilot, not only are you logging that time, but you're also getting paid to do it. So it's kind of a win-win situation. The other main route to becoming an airline pilot is going through the military. The Air Force, the Navy, Marines, even the Army, they have flying positions, fighter jets, cargo jets, reconnaissance jets, things like that. So the military has a lot of great opportunity as well. You get the privilege of serving our country, but most importantly, I think for some people, it's by far the cheapest, because not only do you get to fly in the military and serve our country, but you also get paid to do it. So you're not really spending any money to go that route. So like I said, for some people, that seems to be the cheapest option. If you love aviation and airplanes, there will almost always be jobs available. In other words, jobs in this industry are largely secure and are extremely well paid. The best paying pilot positions in the airline industry pay anywhere from $100,000 to sometimes over $400,000 a year. That's a lot of money, and for some people, that's their sole motivation to get into flying. But you really, in my opinion, have to have a passion for this job in order to make it through the really long days, because a lot of what I do can be what's called monotonous, meaning the same thing over and over again. There's a lot of repetition to it. So for some people that could be boring. But to me, there are challenges every day, small challenges you have to face. So it makes the job worth going to every day. The industry is also very vital to our national and world economy, so it will remain a key part of how we move about our world for a very long time. However, airline pilot jobs specifically can be hard to come by. There are only approximately 75,000 airline pilot jobs currently in the United States out of our population of almost 330 million. So you do the math, airline pilots are fairly rare, but if for anyone that is dedicated, is determined and has the right education and experience, it's very easy to get a job like this.